the Tero is sending the file. So while the Tero is sending, we're going to try now the aesthetic and the passivity, and then we're going to scan the prosthesis from the internal part.
In this project, you're not going to scan the lower because you scanned the lower already on the other project.
We're going to do now the aesthetic and the passivity at the same time because they are both together.
Function, aesthetics, and passivity.
Yes.
3.
And then we have another one that is just for passivity, and we are going to simulate that we tried the passivity and it's not correct, how to fix it.
So we did the demonstration of what would be a first appointment. Then we did a demonstration what would be the first appointment after case acceptance. Right now, scanning the implants, right, after implant placement. And now we are one appointment ahead, that is getting back from the lab the test drive.
Correct. Okay? That's exactly what we are going to do now.
Is it? Yeah.
The second thing, why did you scan the soft tissue with the abutments only in place and then with the scan abutments? Because the scan abutments also gives you the tissue. So what is the sense?
To get the shape of the gum, to design the... For any reason, your, let's say your moot unit is deep and you developed an emergence profile and you want to capture that, yes, then you need to scan without the scan bodies and then place the scan bodies. But when the moot units are at the gum level, that there's, then you can scan in once. If you're using a system like PIC, then you're back. You need to scan the moot units and you don't need the scan bodies. You put the flags and then you scan with the flags. So it's, for us, it's important to show that you can scan the full arch with no problem. This is what we call the functional aesthetic test drive. So after you send to us the final scan of the implants and you order the final prosthesis, what we're going to do is, before we manufacture the final prosthesis, we're going to send you 2 things: the functional aesthetic test drive and the passivity test. Okay? So you're going to get in the box. This is a printed, inexpensive bridge for you to check the aesthetics, the bite, and the passivity. Okay? So you need an appointment. You need an appointment just for that.
Chris, we're going to take some photos now, some facial photos.
Why? I didn't see. He was unscrewing and screwing again. No, he just screwed in this bridge, right?
Just screwing.
No. She was with an old bridge that is useless. Okay, that's gonna be. Now we want to deliver a new bridge for her. Before we mill the final zirconia, we want to send you this prototype in cheap printed material for you to check and give us the green light in these 3 things: passivity, aesthetics, and function. Okay? So he was just screwing in. Technically for the aesthetics and functional test drive, you don't need to screw all the implants. If you put 2 or 3 screws, you can do the test. If you see, and then for the passivity test, actually, you know, they usually say you screw one and you need to check if all the other ones are fitting with just one screw another one, so you can do the passivity test by screwing. Move what? No, yeah, if it's fitting, the thing is that if you screw one and the bridge is distorted, you're going to see that it's going to move from the others. Okay? So that's what they call, it's the classic passivity test. Okay? So this is exactly what they're doing. So and the only extra thing that we do is that if this doesn't fit, you can still do the aesthetic functional test, because that micro unfit will not be big enough usually to not allow you to at least see the aesthetics, and if the bite is kind of close, so you are comfortable with your bite, but then the passivity is not there, you unscrew, you put the other bar. Why? Because you can cut easier. We don't want you to have a disc to cut this whole bridge. That's the only reason why we send you the bar. Okay? Because technically speaking, you could do it here. You could cut the whole thing, right? And then reconnect everything, and then take it out and scan the bottom. It's the same.
So in case like here where the midline was not optimum, whatever, just over scan it, send it to the lab and...
If this, yeah, if let's say there's an aesthetic problem, midline or occlusal plane or something is wrong. First, we need to think about why it's wrong, you know, because we did the design in 3D. So is the design that was off, or maybe we didn't notice on the facial picture that problem, you know. So anyway, what you need to do is to redo the 5 pictures with the patient with the bridge. It's like the patient is coming with a bad bridge and you want to design a new one. So it's the DSD protocol starting. You do the 5 pictures, you do the video with the bridge, and then we're gonna bring this in back to the software. The wax up will be matching that, and then we're gonna fix according to what we're gonna see on the documentation. You can also shape things in the mouth. You can yourself mark with the disc where you want the midline, since you're seeing the patient. And then you take whatever, you do that first, and then you take the DSD protocol with those modifications. So then we bring to 3D, and we fix the 3D to that. So if the bridge is too long, you can trim yourself the 2 centrals, do the test, say that's nice, better, and then you take the 5 pictures again, scan again, of course, and send back, and then we're going to fix to that.
Scan over the tri.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then we throw it away.
This, the try-in, yeah, if it's better than the provisional that she has, she can maybe leave with this one instead of the old one. But yeah, yeah. We don't need it back. No, we don't need it.
And you don't it below it, just over scan.
Yeah, just scan whatever modifications you did and take the pictures with it, and we're going to overlap and redesign. Okay. Yeah, what else? If, for example, if the teeth are short, you can put some flow, check the length, define the length in the mouth. If you do that, scan again, take the new pictures, send them back.
But it should be pretty close to the provisional that you just delivered, right?
This should be pretty close. This should be close to what?
The prototype, the aesthetics of the prototype should have pretty much the same problems that you had with your provisional.
The old one from 5 years ago.
No, I mean, imagine that you just delivered, 3 months ago, you did the...
Immediate loading, yes.
So, right now, when you do the passivity test and the
It's,
aesthetic test,
if you
will
didn't,
have pretty much the same.
identical.
If it's shorter, is that your provisional probably will
It should be identical to the immediate loading prosthesis. If you put the immediate loading prosthesis, the patient is using for 3-6 months, and you say this is it, the final prosthesis will come identical to it. So usually the mistakes you see on the immediate loading.
So if the day of the immediate loading, when the patient, maybe the day after, when
Yeah.
they are anesthetized,
Next week, whenever.
you see the patient and you see that the teeth
So-
are a little bit shorter, maybe we can start taking these pictures at that moment.
Yes.
So we fix the problem.
Yes,
when the
better.
aesthetic
Yeah.
comes.
That's usually what happens. The immediate loading, since the immediate loading we didn't try in, and the immediate loading was completely digitally designed, even though we have the face on the computer, it's always a little bit different when you put it in the mouth. So when you deliver the immediate loading, the patient is healed and back to normal, you usually may see things that you want to improve. And that's when you should redo the pictures.
So you kind of start making the changes at that moment.
Yes.
When the prototype comes, you use it to make sure that...
This prototype should come already with the modifications that you did on the immediate loading, yes. But if you miss something and then back here, you have this less chance to fix it here, yeah.
Christian, we're going to pretend now that the passivity test is not good.
So
imagine
how is the bite and the aesthetics?
we took a photo, facial photos, and Jesus is going to show there now the facial photos. It's good.
Nice, yeah, perfect. Spot on.
So imagine now that the passivity test is not correct. So you need to cut the bar, fix it correctly, bone the bar, and then you need to scan.
Now, this is a thing to discuss here. How do you know in between which implants to cut? This is an art, right? When you're, and many times you need to cut in more than one place, because if two implants and two are precise and this one is off, you need to cut here and splint in two places, right?
In many places. And then when everything is already connected, splinted, you need to do it like this with this silicone, because if not, it's so hard to scan, the scan get lost. So we place this silicone there, we place the bar, because the only thing that we really need is the T-base, that connection, the circle, is the area that the lab needs to make the correction in the scanning. So that is exactly what we are going to do.
So you don't want to cut and join. You're just going to pretend. You guys don't.
Imagine that we did it in the mouth. That we cut it and we.
You understand the story? We're not going to cut and put acrylic again. I think that step is okay, right? And so we're going to pretend that this one already has the acrylic joining. You join in the mouth like any classic high precision impression. Let it set, make sure it's stable, remove, and Angelo is suggesting to do this silicone to guide the scanner. Since the bar is kind of tiny, the scanner gets lost, okay? This has one detail. This passivity test is too little. This is not the way we design, okay? Because actually, Angelo was thinking about doing a passivity test that is also the same shape of the bar, so you can fit the test drive on top of it. Can you show the bridge that has the hole inside? The other option, can Angelo, can you show now?
Look to the patient. Abre, Georgina. Look there.
What do you want me to see?
And take it out, quítala.
Okay, so this is just for you to see the design when we do the PIC plus PMMA. And you're going to be able to see the aesthetics of this bridge, okay? So this is the solution that I'm saying that is growing a lot because it's very affordable, very light, and it's very durable. And PMMA blocks are beautiful, very, very nice, with multicolored, etc. Okay? So this is the design. So the idea of Angelo was to, with one design, do the passivity test and also use the same design to mill the PIC. But we realized that the passivity test is too thin and it becomes flexible, so it's not a passivity test anymore. So when we do the passivity test, this bar is much bigger, and that also much easier to scan. Okay, but if your scanner is not capturing it, do the silicone base on it. Okay, everybody understood this?
So you scan it internally, why not cutting it at all the spots like?
The scanner, the important is this, the cylinder. You need to see very well the base of the T-base.
There we go.
That's important area. Exactly. It's like the information that the PIC camera brings to you, but in another level.
If you don't,
If you don't find where the tension comes from, when
yes.
you bar,
Yeah.
which sometimes is the, then why not do it like the old style that cut it between all the implants very, very
That's the ideal. If it is not fitting, you cut in between.
all of
Yes,
it,
yes.
Then fix it, scan it in the
Yeah.
mouth, take it out,
Yeah.
get it.
I would do that most of the time, unless you're very clear that you know exactly there's one implant that is out for any reason. But yes, I think that's the safest to do. Release, cut everything, screw very well, release all the tension, and then connect again. Okay. And there was another question here about,
Saying if we cut the bar in between every single implant, to be able to match the scans, we'll have to scan the bar itself and the bar inside the mouth, right?
yes, so the bar inside the mouth, according to Angelo, is not mandatory
But if
because he has the information that he already has from the case, plus the scan, the scan that you're going to do from the arch without the burr, plus the scan underneath, he technically can match. But sometimes if the tissue is kind of covering here and there, he is recommending the dentist to play safe and scan the bar in the mouth as well. Okay? So he can work without this file, but he's saying that it's safer to have the file. This is the zirconia. So this is the final
The
prosthesis.
final prosthesis is the zirconia.